Hi everyone and welcome to Autodesk PowerMill. So we have already started the module number 3, which is all about the 3D toolpaths and machining strategies. And what we have covered in this module is all about the model area clearance, model rest profile, area clearance, and model profile. So today we are going to perform the model rest profile, which is very much similar to the model rest area clearance. So in the previous video, we just discussed about the model profile. So today we are going to perform the rest machining operation on the model profile, which we have done in the previous video. So let's get started. So as you see on my screen, we have already a previous toolpaths to, or we can say the toolpath strategy, which is the model profile. And you see like that we have a step over of 1 millimeter down to take that roofing operation. So right now we have to perform the model rest profile. So you see in the previous, we have the model area clearance for the roughing operation. Then we have applied the rest area clearance on that model on the block style to cut down that material, which is remain and which is not being able to cut down that tool. So right now, this is the model profile. It's shown in the green. The green path is the model profile toolpath. And right now, we are going to apply the model rest profile. So nothing is difficult. Just go to Toolpaths and just go to the 3D area clearance. And you'll see that the model rest profile. Just click on it. And you have to set simple parameters like I'm going to write the name of the toolpath model rest profile. And just go to the model rest profile parameters and all these settings, just like the thickness is 0.05 and see that it's 0.0 and the step down is going to be 0.5 millimeter. This time we'll perform 0.5 millimeter. And you see over here is the rest machining option is enabled and is check mark. So right now we have to define the rest machining. So go to the rest option and you'll see the rest machining. So we have the toolpath and the previous toolpath is the model profile toolpath. Okay, let's go and click on calculate because we have the same settings. The rapid move is set to the work plane number 1. We have already calculated it. And the need and links, all these settings are the scheme, and incremental. We have checked the gauge and just go to the feed and speeds and set the speed to 6,000 RPM on the spindle and the cutting feed rate of 1500 and front feed 300 millimeters per minute. We're going to perform the rest operation. Just click on the calculate to calculate that toolpath. So it's going to calculate the flatness area, preparing the block. It will take some time because we have the material of 1 millimeter step down in the previous, and we have to do the rest machining on 0.5 millimeter step down. So let's go and see how it actually looks like. So it will take some time depending upon your system specification and all these stuff. Okay, just wait. So one thing you have to notice that we have applied the limits over here. So you see that boundary in a white color represents the boundary, and in the limit boundary, we select the trimming option and trim inside. Okay. So the cutting tool will perform its operation inside of that toolpath or inside of that boundary. Okay. It will not work outside. Just follow the boundary inside. If you have a boundary outside of that area, then it will be work definitely inside of that area. So actually, it just follows between the stock you have and the boundary you have. And then the thing is that in between all this stock and boundary, you have a model also. So therefore, it just follow all these three things to cut down that material. So it's just preparing the block. It's almost about 60% completed. Then after completing the block, you just calculate your toolpath. It's just almost completed. So now just calculating the toolpath. So almost completed. 62%. Okay, so that's it for the model rest profile, and you see that cutting tool is going to perform the rest operation where it finds out the material. Okay, that's the difference between the model profile. Let me hide the blob. You'll see that the difference between. So the light colors just represent that it's a model model profile toolpath, and that's you see over that this line and this line represents the model profile, and over that this green line is representing the model rest profile. Okay, so that's it all the way. So let's go and simulate it and see how that feels like. So why it's going to take the upper way? Because of the stock we have left over on this side. So that's why it takes a lot of time to calculate it block. If you have already removed that stock, then it will definitely take little time to calculate the rest profile. Okay. So right now it just takes a lot of time to calculate the block. So therefore it just takes a lot of time. So let me increase the speed and see how it actually looks like. So that's it, the thing which is being cut down that material. So you see that this is cutting down the boundary just because of the stock is present here. You see that this is a stock, and that's a complete block over here. So if this stock is being previously cut down by the model profile and model rest area clearance or model area clearance, then it will definitely not take so much time to calculate that toolpath, and it will only work on that certain area which have the left material step over. Okay, so that's the model rest profile. Hope you like it, and hope it will have to perform the model profile and model rest profile. That's it for the model rest profile.